All right, let's jump right into Chapter 7 of Gordon Corman's Restart. Now, this chapter is a huge deal, not because of some big, flashy action scene, but because it really forces us, the readers, to wrestle with some super tough questions about forgiveness, memory, and what it actually means to change.
I want you to seriously think about this for a second. Picture someone who did something awful to you. I mean, on purpose. Now, imagine they fall, hit their head, and poof. The memory of what they did is completely gone. They have no idea they ever hurt you.
So what do? Do you give them a second chance? Or is the damage just done, no matter what they remember? That exact, messy, complicated dilemma is the beating heart of Chapter 7, and we get to see it unfold through one very important character's eyes.
That's right, we're back inside Shoshana Weaver's head. And man, what a brilliant move by the author. Her point of view is absolutely essential to understanding the real price of hitting restart.
See, this is the key. The book isn't just the chase show. By letting us see through different characters' eyes, the author shows us that actions have ripples. Chase might have a clean slate in his own mind, but the people he hurt, they're still dealing with the waves he caused, every single day. So for Shoshana, Chase is definitely not a blank slate. He's the guy who humiliated her, who ruined something she cared about. His amnesia doesn't erase her memory. It doesn't magically heal her pain. In her world, he's still the same guy. And okay, this is where it gets really, really interesting. Because Shoshana is now stuck in this massive tug-of-war between what her memory tells her is true and what her own eyes are seeing right now. On one side, you've got the Chase she remembers, this arrogant, loud, intimidating bully. But the kid she's watching in the hallway now, he's the total opposite. He's quiet, he looks confused, almost lost. Her memory and her eyes are telling her two completely different stories about the same person. You know, there's a perfect term for this. It's called cognitive dissonance. It's that awful, uncomfortable, squirmy feeling you get when your beliefs and reality just don't line up. She believes Chase is a monster, but she's seeing evidence that he's not. And that's a really hard thing for your brain to handle. You can almost see this battle playing out inside her. The anger is totally justified. He wrecked her project. But then doubt and curiosity start creeping in, because, well, he's just not acting like a jerk anymore. And all of that is slamming up against this huge wall of resistance, because the idea of forgiving him just feels wrong. And it all boils down to this one question. Honestly, this might be the single most important question in the whole novel. If you take away the memories that made someone cruel, are they even that same person anymore? So let's zoom out for a second and just appreciate how the author is using these different viewpoints. It's a masterclass in building a truth that's way bigger and messier than any one character could see on their own. When we're in Chase's chapters, we see the internal side of the story, the confusion, the fear, the struggle. Then we switch to Shoshana, and we see the external side, the real-world consequences, the lingering pain. Neither one is the whole story, but when you put them together, you get the full 360-degree picture. This also creates this amazing tension called dramatic irony. It's when we, the audience, know things the characters don't. We know Chase is genuinely trying, and we also know Shoshana's anger is 100% valid. We get both sides. They can't see into each other's heads, though, and that gap is where all the drama lives. And think about how Shoshana spends so much of this chapter just watching Chase from far away. That's not just a random detail, it's super symbolic. That physical distance between them, that's her emotional distance. She's not ready to get close. It's a perfect visual for just how slow and hard it is to even begin to think about trusting someone again. So let's tie it all up. Why is this chapter so incredibly important to the whole book? Well, because it perfectly captures the central problem baked right into the title itself. This is the core conflict of the entire novel, right here. Internally, Chase has hit the restart button. His personal hard drive has been wiped. But externally, for people like Shoshana, the world hasn't restarted at all. They still have all the old files. And that mismatch is the source of all the tension. What this chapter does so well is it just blows up all the easy labels. You can't just slap the word bully on Chase anymore. And Shoshana is so much more than just a victim. They're complicated people in a tangled up mess, and simple tags just don't work.
So we're left holding two ideas that don't seem like they can both be true at the same time. Fact 1. Chase Ambrose did some terrible things. Period. Fact 2. The Chase Ambrose who exists now might be a fundamentally different person. The whole book is about trying to navigate that impossible space between those two truths. And that leaves us with this final, haunting question that this chapter forces us to ask. Can you really have a fresh start if the people around you aren't willing to start fresh with you? What good is hitting restart on your own life if everyone else is still playing the old game? It's a tough one, and it's exactly what makes the story stick with you.